this is Kohán
and this is Carrie, and so good to be here today.
This will be a very new kind of program, as you like it. We decided to start some kind of new talking series on this channel. Why did you decide? Last time when you came to Tokyo, we had a very nice conversation, and it was kind of obvious we should do something like this.
Right. Yeah, we were talking about a lot of different things, and then that interview is very specific to certain topics, but we thought with our backgrounds and our experience as a musician, as human beings, we just, it's just so much fun to talk about so many different things, especially like I love talking with you, Kohán, and we thought maybe it's a good idea to do this so other people can hear. Who knows? You can let us know.
So this video going from my channel, so you basically know who I am. I'm playing the clarinet, the big black one, and she is a fantastic flutist. How we met? When I came to Japan, I already knew her from YouTube and others, and when I joined to Yamaha, it turned out one of the major, the bass member, your father. So Kari's father is a very he's not a guy of Yamaha, but he's a Yamaha artist, and he used to work for the company, right? I mean, when he was young.
He used to. Exactly. He used to work for the company. He was always a clarinet player, but he needed to support himself when he was younger, and he was working at a factory, a Yamaha factory. So that's how he started. But then they are just partnering until now.
Yeah, but actually still he's doing a lot of tests for them, and so simply through Yamaha I met Kari's father, and I guess maybe this is why first we met in New York when I went to New York.
So.
That was the first.
I've heard a lot about you. I've heard a lot about you from my dad, obviously, and then you became a superstar in Japan. But by then I was already living in the States, so I wasn't really going back to Japan too often. But I knew who you are. I've watched your YouTube videos or whatever on in various social media channels, and I was always like, wow, okay, this guy's amazing. And then somehow I found out that you're coming to New York for a concert.
Yeah.
Right? And then I went to your concert, which was amazing, and then we became friends.
Yeah, so I will put to the description Kari's channel and everything, so you will find her as well. So why I really wanted to do such kind of series with you, because this is a little like many great musicians do amazing performance, do amazing quality, but they don't talk about the how. They never talk about what they do, what effort they do to get to that level. And we would like to share daily things. For example, what happens in the world, how does it affect to us, and such kind of things.
Yeah.
Because anyway, I think it's very important to know what is in the background, because many bad things and interesting things happen recently, and I think we should talk about that.
Yeah, because it's definitely a very much of a challenging time for all of us, whether you're a musician or not. It doesn't matter. It's like it's really, really challenging time for all of us in the world. But if you're a musician, you kind of understand what kind of struggles that we all had to go through. If you're not a musician, maybe you're gonna find out some stuff that you didn't even think that was a problem. So we have different experiences. I live in New York, so I experienced this whole pandemic thing in New York. You experienced it. Were you in Japan the entire time?
Yeah. All the time in Tokyo.
Right. and then then you have family and whoever in Hungary, so I'm sure that's a different story there. So we thought we would just talk about that. So how has it been for you? How is it affecting you? Or
I always feel, how to say, obviously lucky. So it's really lucky to be in Japan still. So now it's growing again. The cases are coming more and more again. But really to see what happens out there in America or even in Europe. So we have concerts. We can play. We can go to stage. We can teach face to face. I actually, when the university started in last April, because in Japan, university school year starts in April, and just together with the pandemic, and at the first 3 months we had to use online. Actually, I didn't do. Actually, I discussed with my students because we didn't know what will happen, and teaching online is possible. It's not bad. It's one possible way.
Yeah.
But in Japan, just like in America, students pay hell a lot. They pay for education, and if there's a chance, okay, let's wait a little. And after, let's make face-to-face lesson, and it happened. Only we had to wait only 3-4 months, and after it was fine.
Came back, right. That's amazing. I mean, it's still like we don't have, in-person teaching is not a thing yet. I think some schools are doing hybrid, so like you can do you can have a lesson if you can get a bigger concert hall in the school or something, then you can do it. But for people like I teach private lessons, and then privately I haven't been able to meet with any of my students in person since last February. Last year February. So
you haven't seen any of your students face to face. Oh my god. But this makes me very curious about you have experience about how a natural development goes face to face in 1 year. Can you tell us the last 1 year, to compare this 1 year, the development of the students? I don't want to talk about their motivation, because of course we have hard time now, but the development in this kind of hard situation, how is that?
I am actually quite happy to let you know that the level of the development stayed the same.
Really?
Stayed the same. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a slower start for sure. Because, so you know what I mean? So it's like first 3 months, first 2 months, 2-3 months, we are like still trying to get used to this whole new online environment. Everything from, getting a better internet to investing in some microphones to, like all these things, like the setup issues. And then also we need to know what to listen for, and, let's not freak out when one of our connections become glitchy, all those things. So it's like there was definitely an adjustment period for sure. But once we pass that, I really do feel like there is that the students can get as they can develop as much as they were doing before. If anything, they could kind of the lessons became easier for them to attend as well, because it's not affected by weather, it's not affected by any of these things, you know what I mean? So and then I feel like after all is done, and now that I'm looking back, I'm actually quite proud of all of my students, how much they developed, and then how they kept, like you said, I think the key is to keep the motivation going. And that was the hardest bit, I think. And then that definitely did have up and down. But at the end of the day, I think they all did really well. And then also as a teacher, I've learned a lot, through this experience. So, but having said that, I will have my second vaccine in the end of this month.
Wow.
Yep. So, and then
how does it go?
The first vaccine was fine. I was a little bit sick the next day, and then I couldn't lift my arm, for a day. But that was it. And second shot apparently could be a little bit more, not fun. So it's fine. It's fine. But
do you have any privilege if you get the vaccine? I mean, so can you go public space?
Yeah. So basically, once you are vaccinated, you can hang with people who are vaccinated as well without masks, which means that I can start teaching in person.
That's nice.
If my students are also vaccinated, and then right now, 40-something% of New Yorkers are vaccinated. So all of my students in New York are on the same boat with me. You know what I mean? They are. They're either they already finished vaccination or they had one or whatever. So as soon as we both are vaccinated, then we can come back to in-person teaching, and of course that's exciting. Of course that is exciting. Yeah. So even though it's a really tough time, and but I am more in awe with so many people who worked their butts off to develop the vaccine or keeping us safe. All this Amazon delivery people. Can you imagine all these people that sort of kept us going, and then all these technologies, the knowledge and the generosity of people who, decided to donate a lot of time and money and everything into, overcoming this. So, I am quite hopeful.
Nice. Let me ask you. I just heard a few weeks ago, I'm not sure is it right or not, but my friend told me in Europe already weeks ago they started to talk about there's a Japanese variant of COVID, and the vaccination is not effective against that.
Against the Japanese variant?
Yeah. There's no news about this in the States or?
No. But I mean, the thing is that there are 1,000 variants apparently. The famous one is the UK one in South Africa and Brazil. Those three were really that sort of dominates the news because they are quite infectious and all these things. But apparently it is quite normal for COVID to mutate, and they just change the shapes and forms and whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised that if there is a Japanese one, but I don't think it's scientifically proven that this is or is not effective with the current vaccine, because how many test cases do they have?
Of course.
What I mean?
Yeah, sure.
So I think it's I sort of I try not to go for this fear mongering kind of thing, because of course you can say anything, and but having a vaccination obviously is better than not having a vaccination in my view. Or I know that there are a lot of anti-vaxxers out there too, so I would just say that I feel very lucky to have that choice of either being vaccinated or not. That in itself is a privilege. Yes. So yes. I feel very lucky about that. It's completely your decision if you want to take a vaccination or not. It's your thing, it's your life. But it's good to have that choice.
But basically, most people in America they take, don't they?
Yes, most of them. Yeah, there are a few that they are not. They are against it.
But I guess. Yeah, I know.
It's too new, and we don't know. So you just let other people take it first, and then see what's gonna happen, and then they take it. Which I completely understand as well. I mean that idea, I get it too. But to me, so that's why the world works, you know. There are people like me who would be happily become a guinea pig, and then there are other people, you know, who want to wait, so that's fine, you know?
Yeah, I only have a little so in Japan I think it's just starting. I don't know. Of course, if it's possible, I'm happy to go and get vaccinated. You know, it's really impossible to predict what will happen in Japan, because now, actually, it's not a lockdown as you mentioned.
Right.
This is state of emergency. So,
Right.
or lockdown. It means only restaurants have to close 8 p.m. or something, but actually nothing serious.
Nothing serious.
So
right.
yes. But at the same time, you know, March 22nd, they ended the state of emergency, the last one. Now again, I think we are under the state of emergency, and that time people went just a little crazy, not too much, but maybe. You know, psychologically, they started to feel that, okay, now it's over, I'm free to go. No. And they started to go easier. And again, it started to raise.
Yeah. It's definitely, I think the way that Japan is doing is it's kind yet cruel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course, like on its surface, it's kinder to just say, we recommend you to close down the restaurant at certain time or whatever, but there is no fine, there is no, you know what I mean? And then there are a lot of countries in Europe especially that they couldn't even go out, like only one person in the family are allowed to go to a supermarket, you know, all these things, like we had all these different confinement policies in place, but in Japan they are not doing that. They just like, you know, respectfully recommend you to do this, that kind of thing. So that's nice in a way, and it's less threatening, but in a way it's like a slow cooking pain, you know? So it's like you just do this a little bit, and then you release them, and then you do this again a little bit, and then you release it, and you do that too many times. I'm not too sure if that's the right way to go, but at the same time, in order to do a big lockdown sort of thing, the country does have to spend a lot of money to support its citizen, you know. And then if the country is not ready to do that, then that's a difficult thing. So I mean,
can you hear this?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my dog. Sorry. I was sure it's possible to hear this. Yeah.
That's
I'm sorry.
cute. Where is he? Is it he or she?
He. You know, this is cute, but this is not cute in the night. So even when we sleep, it's like this. Yeah, it's kind of thing like that.
Oh, so cute. I think it's cute.
As for maybe last thing, so also I have to say we kind of decided we try to keep a kind of limit of our talking. So all in this situation, do you practice?
Yes, I do. Not I mean, also, like, at some point I will talk more about, you know, what I do, but it's, you know, my main thing is teaching, and then, you know, running an NGO, so I do more for that. So, but having said that, yes, I do practice, and again, it was not easy in the beginning, you know, but now I feel fine. Yeah. Do you? Or you're like super unmotivated?
I was very so for example, at the beginning when this all started, we also started a new YouTube channel. So it's called Kohán Method. It's all in Japanese, and it took huge energy. I mean, so at the beginning we posted 3 episodes a week. It's huge.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yes, shooting, editing, making script, everything. It was terrible. That was my first reason to stop practicing. And also, just after COVID started, and okay, concerts cancelled. We don't need to practice. Fine with me. And after teaching, and when you realize that, oh my God, my student has better sound than me, it's a little awkward. Yeah, it's really awkward.
It can happen. Totally. It totally can happen.
And also just in the summer I switched the instrument too. I switched from Yamaha to BACKUN, and first even I loved the instrument for first, but also I had a kind of very, why do I sound like shit? I know the instrument is good. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't say.
No,
kind of curse words. Okay, but maybe YouTube is getting angry about. I don't know.
Wow.
So, basically, who cares? And first, it's really, I couldn't find my sound, but it was on me. It was absolutely on me, because I didn't practice really that time, and I realized, okay, I have to start, and now I'm getting back on track.
Right.
And I kind of, I have to say, I rediscovered my youth, or how to say, so that kind of feeling when you are a teenager and you want to develop, you want to do it better, and now I have the same feeling again.
Yeah, I mean, to me it's like that's amazing though. I think to me this students, it keeps inspiring me to practice, you know what I mean? Like you said, if I just slack a little bit, then my student's gonna sound better. Then it did happen. I was like, no, you're doing this wrong, I'm gonna show you. And then I'm like, that was a bad example, but like,
So, exactly.
So it can happen, but fortunately I have students in Japan, and in America, and then in Africa, and then everybody in their own levels, in their own terms, they are very motivated, and they're always trying to do new things and the next goals and so on. So by helping them, they're helping me to be motivated, to be a better person, better player, all that stuff. So I feel thank you. I thank all of you, the students.
Okay, I think this is where we leave today.
Okay.
And
was it fun for you guys?
Oh yes. Yes. So I enjoyed a lot, and if you feel this interesting, so please even don't fear to leave any comment about if we should discuss about something. So
exactly, like any topics that you want us to cover, you want us to talk about. It doesn't have to be music related. It could be anything. It could be we are human before musician, right? So
actually this is what the most I learned in COVID, that all the effort, everything that you do to being a musician, but at the end of the day you're just the same human as
exactly. I do actually think that music has its place, and then there is a reason why music existed for centuries in every single culture and era and religion and everything, right? So like there is definitely, music is something that we all need. So we are again really lucky to be able to do that, to be able to put that out in the world. Having said that, our problem is not the biggest problem either. Our problem of we cannot play a concert is not really the biggest problem either. So even though it seems like it sometimes, but hey, we can talk about anything.
Okay, so if you kept watching until this point, until the end, thank you so much, and
thank you.
Probably see you
again soon.
I don't know, Kakari every week, shall we?
Sure, we can try that. We can try every week, and and see where it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you.
And then make
See
sure
you
your
guys.
dog is in there. I like the snoring. It's very calming. I think it's.
Do you want me to send by post to you, by mail? I am very happy to send to you. I love the dog, but I hate the snoring. Okay. You know, I will put little holes on the box
The holes, right.
Yes. He will not die, man. Okay.
Oh, it sounds good. All right, everyone. See you
Have
soon.
a nice evening. See you. Bye.
Bye.